Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
What's up, Phillip?
Hiya.
What's up, Sally?
What's up?
What's up, Gloria?
Howdy-ho, everyone.
What's up, Vaughn?
What's up?
What's up, Connor?
Matt Smith's agent finally gets a paycheck.
Finally! Oh, my God, Matt Smith, man. Who would have thunk it?
It isn't Matt Smith's agent Wendy Padbury, Phillip.
She was. I don't know if she still is.
What? That's why you got the wrong. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. Yeah, that's a big step from Paige Zero. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Now, just think that's the last thing.
The big great divide.
That's the last thing you've seen him in because they just released. Well, can you imagine if he got the role for Patient Zero? Like they just looked at him and they're like, "Wow, I like the way he yelled in that." Okay, you know. Jay, what's up? Jay, man, we're getting full house in here. What's going on, bro? Matt Smith made it into Star Wars. The Doctor, the 11th Doctor, is in Star Wars.
Wow.
Confirmed.
Yep.
Huh.
Did it?
So we haven't all
We
decided
don't know
who it's
what
going
he's
to be.
playing yet, but that's just
I wonder who he's going to be.
Yeah.
He's beep beep 547. What? No, hopefully not. No.
There's a lot of people, speculation going around on who he could be
Wouldn't
playing.
that be funny, though?
I wonder if he's
He
going
rolled
to be the
him.
ghost of Ben Kenobi.
No. No, he's a key character.
So someone
Ghost of
important.
Jodie Whittaker's past?
He's the
Someone
top.
who will have a lot of lines.
God darn it, Scott. What the
Yeah,
hell?
man. What the heck? Throwing down
What
into
happened?
this.
What happened? I didn't hear it.
He just that download shade coming from Scott tonight.
Oh my God. Jesus.
I don't want to know.
I gotta say, you know what? Good for you, man. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That is
Yes.
like, I can't believe he pulled it out of his TARDIS. Holy shit! He
Yeah.
got the role of
May the
roles.
force be with you, Matt Smith.
Role of a lifetime.
I just have to say this. It just seems now that Doctor Who is just a launch start for actors now.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's being used as to kickstart a career, which is, I don't know how to feel about that because some people would say it as a prestigious role as the Doctor, but now it's becoming kind of laughable now that
Stepping stone.
people can stepping stone for other people to get.
It's a launch pad. It's a
Yeah.
a catapult into something better.
Because we had Twilight Zone doing that, we had the original Star Trek doing that as well. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we want to think of Doctor Who as being the great in its own, on its own, and not as something as a step.
Yeah,
like you call
exactly.
It. But
Yeah.
at the same time, we
Right.
love that they're getting other roles and stuff. So it's like you're on the fence about how to feel about it.
Right.
sort of torn feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, because on one point you want them to get the role because they are the best. They can have the acting chops to get the role. Instead of, he's been in this lead role for a long time. Let's choose him and don't end up being something totally different.
Yeah.
I would more like it to be more individual and kind of like Doctor Who or any other type of show in that own bubble. And go off of the actor's true abilities to bring some depth, some emotion, some creativity to the role they're presented to.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm on the fence about, because you can't cast people from shows because they.
Well, he just think before he starts Star Wars, before his movie comes out with Star Wars Episode 9, we're gonna see Charles Manson.
That's right. Yes.
So that's going to be telling how he does in that.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's signed. Doesn't matter how he does.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's signed, sealed, and delivered. So, and it's going to be interesting how they're going to take footage that they have with Carrie Fisher and
Mhm.
integrate it into episode 9. If they
Bless
even
her.
used footage with Harrison
I'm
Ford that we
sorry, I
don't
don't
know
know
about.
what's going on.
Well, you have problems with the Google, but now you're in Zoom, so now you're having problems with Zoom too, I guess.
It just keeps shutting me off for some reason.
Yeah. You know what it is? Maybe it's because a lot of people in here. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But I think it can hold 27, right?
Yeah, because it's a conference call, so it's
Yeah.
like you hold as many people.
In
as
theory, it's supposed to be
possible.
27.
In theory,
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever gotten 27, though. I think we might have had a lot, but not 27.
yeah. No.
I don't remember. I have to look back. But so that's the big news with that, Matt Smith. And then, you know, we got other. Well, I mean, there's other stuff. I mean, I'm glad Ant-Man and the Wasp beat Ant-Man. That's going to green light Ant-Man 3, obviously.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I loved it.
And
something superior.
Unless Disney has another corn cob up their butt.
Well, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is on hold indefinitely.
Yep.
Yeah, because they don't fire James Gunn, which
they don't like it that the Guardians went against them.
They decided to go.
They don't like it that the Guardians went against them. I'm sorry. I said this. I said they're going to wipe out the whole cast, and they don't care. They do not want dissension in the ranks, period.
Well, then they should have not done what they did.
Well, in a little while, when you find out it's completely finished, then you'll start seeing the actors come out because they don't have a contract anymore. So you'll start to see Chris Pratt saying his few things, and Zoe and all of them.
They may do a reboot and redo the whole movie again.
Well, I already said they're going to do that because the Guardians of the Galaxy in the comics started with the 31st century.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do. That's going to happen eventually. It's going to happen earlier than later. So,
man, it's going to be different if they try to do that, though, because it had a vision. Like,
I know.
Guardians 2 literally made me cry. It was just so beautiful what was going on with that.
When that key point, though, when his father just said that, was like an Empire Strikes Back type moment. That he was responsible for the mother having the brain tumor. And killing her. Yeah, that I was like, oh my, and then he immediately went to kill his dad. Like immediately. I thought that was fucking genius.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I love the movie. I love it, and I thought that was a moment. You have somehow done something on par with Empire and everything. And you fucking knocked it out of the park, James Gunn. And I'm like, wow. Gotta give it to you.
That James Gunn, I mean, it's one of the few movies where you had the right actors, the right directors. It turned it into something more because you had somebody with vision behind it. And if you take that away, then the person that comes behind James Gunn, you know, it's going to lack a certain special thing, you know? It's not going to be a connection to it no more like it was before.
That's when you knew the movie really had its heart, is when he revealed that.
Now, we did hear rumblings today, and we've been hearing little rumblings here and there that DC, Warner Brothers, wants Michael Keaton back, and they want to do a Batman Beyond.
That would be awesome.
And it's gaining traction.
Yes.
Where just because they throw every movie at people, and they're making movies on top of movies on top of movies. And now this
James Gunn as director.
Yes.
The only problem
for every DC movie.
The only problem is that Marvel is putting a stop because he is definitely going to be in the second Spider-Man movie.
Oh, geez.
And technically, in the contract, the Vulture is part of the Sinister Six. So they have the option of him having a third movie if Spider-Man faces the Sinister Six as planned in the third Spider-Man movie. So that means that they have Michael Keaton locked till 2022.
Yes.
He's in a non-competitive contract.
It's
where
a weird
he can't-
contract that I believe the contract is he cannot be in a DC movie because it's a conflict of interest.
Yeah, it's a rival thing too, because jobs
Yes.
do that too, where
Yes.
you can't work for certain companies under their affiliation.
All the Avengers signed it because regardless of them trying to mend the fence and be friends with DC, they did continue their rivalry by taking actors purposely for each other's roles. And there is like a board in each of the facilities that they're like, it's like one up the other one. So unfortunately, it does exist. It is real. And Marvel now with Sony is attempting to get Aquaman away from the waters and be Kraven the Hunter, which they already got Jared Leto as Morbius. So DC's really pissed off. And supposedly DC's gonna make an offer to somebody real soon.
Well, if they didn't do what they did to him in Suicide Squad, maybe Leto would have decided, I'll stick with you guys. But
I mean, the rumor is that
let's snip this, let's cannibalize this.
Yeah.
So now Leto was going into Suicide Squad thinking he was going to have more than just a cameo, and it's disgusting.
There's a rumor that they approached one of the Avengers for something. And again, you got to keep in mind that technically, to us, they're still on the contract, but the movie's done. Avengers 4 is done. And there is no contract right now for Chris Hemsworth to return as Thor. There is no contract for Chris Evans to return as Captain America. Robert Downey Jr. is already prepping Sherlock 3 and Dr. Dolittle trilogy and all these other different things. So the only person that they really got is Black Widow is definitely getting. I was
thinking that. That's the one.
She's definitely going to be locked. Yeah. But they're letting main people, unless they grab them somehow. But they're not gonna. They don't have a contract. So supposedly
they're free.
So supposedly they asked somebody something, and I'm not sure who, but I don't know what that's gonna. But if that happens, you're gonna see flat out a bloodthirsty battle. There is no more friendships, period. Because if they take an Avengers from Marvel, they're gonna flip. Now we already heard that there was a rumor that by Brian Michael Bendis going to DC from Marvel, he was sort of trying to be like an ambassador to renegotiate a Marvel versus DC for this generation.
What would be cool is if they could do the Amalgam Universe type of set.
Yeah, Amalgam.
They're already doing that without DC. It's called Infinity Warps.
I know, but still,
that is their amalgamation.
Bring that to the big screen, or bring that to a.
Yeah. Well, this is the Marvel. Here's the thing. Supposedly, this Marvel DC comic venture will get destroyed and canceled before it starts if DC Warner Brothers gets that Avenger in their movie, because that will be a sign of utter anger. So if you think that this rivalry will go away, you're going to be shocked when you see who they start casting in different movies. And I got to tell you, Jason Momoa, if they did get him as Kraven, that's going to be they already got Jared Leto. Mm-hmm. That's that's pretty effing ballsy, I got to say.
So here's a big question then. If they get Morbius, is that a backdoor thing to getting Blade?
Well, let me ask you a question. Are you talking about them getting a DC character to play Blade?
Possibly.
And who is that Who could we possibly? There's nobody yet.
Nobody yet, but
nobody yet.
Yeah, but still, nonetheless, they could get Blade either from Morbius or
right. Now they kept Mark Strong. They were smart.
Yeah,
because Mark Strong was in Green Lantern, and he was going to eventually be the villain of Green Lantern 2, but they kept him to be the villain in Shazam, right? Just like, so we're going to see.
There's the whole getting on Shazam just for a moment. We see in the trailer that the one Savarius catches his fist, and since it's rumored that the original Shazam, who Billy gets his powers from, I wonder if Savannah is the one that technically kills the first Shazam, and even though he doesn't gain the ability to turn into Shazam, but he does gain his strengths, and that's why he's able to catch Shazam's fist like that.
There's going to be some announcements in the next couple of months about DC's future as well as Marvel's, because they're going to have to leak Phase 4 Marvel.
Yeah.
Other than the stuff we know. So it is going to be an interesting take, because they could go two ways. One, they stop this petty bullshit and trying to one-up each other and just work together. But I don't think I think they are going to be enemies staying. It looks like that. So whatever type of fences are about to be mended are going to be destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
Very soon. Patrick Stewart, I'm very happy he's returning to Star Trek.
Yes.
It's going to be he is either a huge person in Federation and Starfleet sending people on missions. It's going to be a totally different show. But I do know that the Next Generation members are expecting to appear, but they haven't been called. So
do you actually think that this role for him is going to be a continuation of the Inner Light episode?
No. The timeline has... No, it's not going to be like that. He is going to be Captain Picard. He is going to be older. It's going to be connected to the movies and the show. It's not going to be an alternate timeline. It's going to show the Prime Universe restored, or not that it never went away. And it's going to be further out, like after Voyager, after all that, but they're older, and we're going to see how bad the universe got. Like, if there's rumors saying that certain planets are destroyed and certain things are wrecked and there's a threat or multiple things and the Federation's in jeopardy, you need Picard, you need whatever.
Yeah.
So we're going to see, but it's not going to be, right now they're trying to work out the kinks, because they want to see how could they have, they're thinking about have it where there's not really a cast. It's just him, and then everybody can just show up in this episode, have a little contract with Riker comes in with Deanna Troi, and he's in for 2 episodes or 3 episodes, and they could have a big thing with the Borg or not, because the problem with the Borg is they finished off the Borg totally. So now, if you bring them back, they're going to keep growing and evolving, and you're not going to be able to stop them at some point. So
I'd like to see how they eliminated the Borg.
They did eliminate the Borg. Janeway eliminated. Completely.
But not completely.
Completely.
Because they said, that 7 of 9 said there were 3 other transport hubs like that in the galaxy.
No, but the thing was like a virus that went to every single Borg member there was. Right? It was going to destroy... It was a hive mind. They're all connected to the hive mind.
But as we saw, there's more than one Borg queen.
Yes.
But they're all connected to the hive mind, though. They're all connected to that thing. So they will all die. Unless they're not connected.
Unless they figure a way of cutting them.
They're connected to a hive mind, but they're guided by a queen, and it's multiple queens.
Yeah, but they're all part of the same network, though.
Well, if that's the case, then what happened with Best of Both Worlds should have killed them all.
But no.
Because she says in First Contact she was there on the cube with Locutus.
right? She was the queen.
Yeah.
And it was the same queen from Voyager, wasn't it? There's only one queen.
Well, there's multiple versions of her.
I mean, she could just be. She's in the hive. She could be just get a new body, basically. But I don't know. It's a thing we have to talk about on Star Trek.
Yeah.
We got to throw in horror a little bit into this mix. We got word that the Chucky reboot is going to be absolutely terrible.
Really?
They are not going to do Charles Lee Ray. They're not going to have his soul go into a doll. They're going to say that some hacker tried to alter the programming of a robot doll, like a terrorist.
Yeah.
And the robot doll is trying to kill people.
Yeah.
And it's going to have a different voice. It's going to have a different thing. And I think it's just awful. Now,
it sounds stupid already.
There's this new thing I've been saying they're doing lately. It's the multi-timeline, multi-universe theory, where we know that this is not
JJ.
We know that this is a different timeline because the Chucky series continues in the TV shows that they're going to have now. But at some point in time, Chucky could go back to movies. Just like Evil Dead had Evil Dead, and then they had the reboot. They could disregard the reboot or bring back the reboot anytime. Same thing like Puppet Master. We found out that the two timelines exist, right, Scott?
Yeah.
That was confirmed. And we just found out that they said that Halloween is an alternate timeline, so not to piss off the original timeline. So, again, this is what they're using to get out of jail free card. It's another universe.
Yeah.
And that's the, and now even DC doesn't want to be known as one DC universe for the movie, so they're calling it Worlds of DC because they're going to do multiple timeline movies. Now, it would be nice if they say in the bottom timeline, one timeline, two, or, but they're not going to do that. You're just going to get confused the shit out of you, especially when you have two Joker movies. Robert De Niro, Alec Baldwin, and Joaquin Phoenix in a Joker movie. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to get confused when you see Jared Leto and whoever else in a Joker movie. And one Joker movie is going to take place in the 80s, and the other Joker movie is going to take place in 2020. So, and now we're probably going to have a different Batman because Ben Affleck is in rehab. So, and his divorce papers went through.
Half crack.
He's in rehab.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
He's in rehab, and they're not gonna wait.
Do we know what happened?
Pretty much. I mean, what do you go to rehab for? Either alcohol or drugs or addiction, some type of addiction.
Did he try to kill himself or something?
It doesn't have to always be about suicide, but it's about he was going down a downward spiral, and he was reacting to the regular members of the Justice League and snapping at them here and there, and then being friendly. Then it was like so weird, and he even cracked jokes that they looked at him like, "What the hell are you saying?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm leaving Batman. No, I'm staying as Batman." He's so conflicted. And even when they filmed Justice League, he gained so much weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kept pushing back and forth.
That we even showed that picture of him, and his cheekbones got like, so.
Yeah.
It's.
That makes sense.
I mean, he also, while he was doing the Batman vs Superman, he was like, I guess he cheated on it, whatever, and different things happened, and his marriage went to crap. So. All this stuff has happened while he's been this character.
Fame and fortune does this to people.
So, which no matter what the money is, he kind of wanted to leave the character. But then he's like, "Well, that's my A ticket. That's my money ticket," So.
Well, look at Heather Locklear. Dear God, at her.
I can't speak for him, but I know that his life has been up and down.
Yeah.
So.
Thoughts and prayers go out to him.
Yeah. Now, anything else with Bond, Connor? Was there anything new with Bond?
No.
I mean, we're done now, right? For a couple of years.
What do you
It's
mean?
delayed. Like, we don't have a director, right?
They've got about, I think they've got about a month to get a director. The thing is that they're actually a lot further on than we thought. They're building sets. They were in Africa, searching for locations.
Right.
So I think that if they're really quick and they get a director in within the next 30 days, a lot less now. 30 days on from when it was announced that Danny Boyle was leaving.
Yeah.
Then we might be able to make December shooting date.
Wow.
Why don't they get a previous director?
He said he didn't want to.
They were going to, but right, Mendez, right?
Yeah, we're going to get Mendez, but I don't think.
Daniel Craig was right.
But yeah, Daniel Craig.
Not for it.
He's burnt bridges with pretty much everyone.
And then we got this other thing that we don't really cover that much on the Everything Show, but this, and I got to tell you, this really bothers me that it's now August 29th, and we have no effing idea when Doctor Who comes back.
Yeah, that's stupid.
It's like, come on.
No effing clue.
It's like, let us know already.
Nobody knows.
So we know when we're going to be finally getting it.
That's the reason why
we only had people who lived in the UK.
Send us this information.
We have nothing. It doesn't matter. We have everybody has equal information. Nothing. It's almost September. Do you realize this? It is almost September, and nobody has a damn clue when Doctor Who comes back.
When do you think we're going to get the
October 13th.
Okay.
You think it's 13th?
I've been for a while thinking it's like the 13th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
This is it. If we don't hear before September 6th anything about Doctor Who, because the way I have it in my brain, if they're going to promote it for a whole month, okay, you got a few days if it's coming out on the 6th, okay? The clock is ticking or not ticking or whatever. You got to announce it like this weekend that it's coming out on the 6th, right? I mean, that's a fair assumption, right, Connor? If you don't announce anything by the 6th, then it's definitely not the 6th of, October. So it's probably going to be October 13th, I'm thinking. But then again, something scares me. Something scares me that maybe something went wrong. That it's so weird. I got to tell you, it's very weird when I find out that BBC America is going all out promoting X-Files 25th anniversary. And I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah.
And I'm like, where is Doctor Who? Does anybody know where it is? Because this is weird shit now, okay?
Right.
They're getting other stuff on there, and I'm like, why are we not? What's happening now?
My question is, and I know the answer to this, but even so, why are they promoting the hell out of X-Files? I mean, it just doesn't seem...
I have no idea.
I mean, it doesn't seem quite right for BBC to do that, because... Unless
they got a deal and they're getting the new season of X-Files, if there was
No, it's still with Fox. I know that for a fact. Fox ain't finna give up X-Files. They've been promoting it.
Well, then they're going to be making money from BBC America to have it, so I don't know.
I don't even know why they're playing it.
Yeah, that don't make sense. I remember a time a long time ago where BBC used to do old classic reruns of Doctor Who. Think of It was on there. British show. It's supposed to be ITC, Sky, BBC channels, all that supposed to be, well, ITV, that's the name of that channel. It's supposed to be all their shows for America, meaning that it's original content. I've seen coupling on there a couple of times, but then it all of a sudden translated to a marathon of sci-fi shows.
Next Generation was on. Wait, what?
They're turning it into like a second version of like Sci-Fi Network.
Yeah, exactly. Second version of Sci-Fi channel. In that case, do away with BBC then, because you have not shown me anything from that country.
Well, Connor, I mean, you're from there. I mean, what's happening with you hear from BBC America? Like, why are they getting busy with all the American shows and then Doctor Who's being quiet? What's happening?
I think it's just the plan of the show. Like, they want to keep everything relatively secret.
Do they really think that that's a good idea right now? They still do, huh?
Yeah, and I don't think it is.
It's not a good idea because it's not drawing anybody any interest into Doctor Who. You're not showing anything for us.
I've never seen this in my life.
Never happened.
The secrecy and then the secrecy. Like, it's not Fort Knox. It doesn't need to be on lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
I keep saying that BBC just doesn't care about Doctor Who anymore.
But if they didn't care about it, why give it another shot?
Yeah,
because China.
Because they got
to use it.
Yeah.
Listen, we've never heard them get money from anybody, and now all of a sudden they got millions. So how the hell does that work out with the licensing of
the fact that China
paying Doctor Who when they got millions from a different
time traveling ghosts?
No, but like Doctor Who's supposed to be paid for by you guys paying for it, right?
Yeah.
But now it's changed. It's not that because they got millions and millions of dollars from China. Okay, the dynamic has changed.
China does not even endorse time travel. It's a banned thing.
Yeah.
And why would they endorse female Doctor Who?
That's true.
China is not a woman likable country.
Yeah.
China.
I know. Serious. We had a missionary over there, my church.
Yeah. And
they do not care about their women.
I have something to say about that because I have the thing is changing in China.
I hope so.
No, I'm telling you, it's changing. Mr. Ben and my friends.
Mr. Ben, yeah.
The whole concept is getting away from the culture and everything because they're kind of getting more mellowed out with and allowing stuff. Okay. It's sort of happening. It's been happening.
We've talked about this.
Yeah. I mean, I asked Mr. Ben last week, besides asking him business stuff, but he just told me that they love American culture. They love this. And of course, the government wouldn't want them to see this, see that, but that's not what the people want. So it's kind of changing where they're trying to make their people happy and allowing stuff like
okay.
So it's a thing where, yes, the paradox is, well, why would they give millions to Doctor Who when they don't believe time travel in their culture? And I laugh, right, Scott, about that? Because I joke with Mr. Ben, I'm like, listen, I need some missing episodes. Hook that up, bring it over. The funny thing was, before that deal happened, I went to Mr. Ben before back to China, and he's, in the government side. And I'm like, can you do something about Doctor Who, whatever? I'm like, get me some missing episodes.
It wasn't even a week.
Right, and it was not even. It was like 2 weeks later. We see this fucking deal. Now, I'm not saying I had anything to do with that at all, but I started fucking cracking up because, I had my pictures on my thing with him, and I'm laughing, and I'm and I said what's on with Doctor Who, whatever, and it was oh. What's that about? And nobody's questioning that they won't allow anything, but yet,
this sci-fi show is now being the one.
It will come out one day, but anyway, it's just it's changing, and I'm happy it's changing. Now, of course, I can't get them to have Ghostbusters, but what are you gonna do? So whatever. If it was released in China, we would be having
Ghostbusters. A little while. They'll do it.
I don't know about that one, but that's pushing it. But Doctor Who, that's interesting. So
I also like that over there. I've got a friend on Tumblr who she keeps up with the promoting of stuff over there, and she's from there, and she says they're more forward with their promotions. That's because their people like to know what they're going in to go see, so they're more open. They don't kind of I mean, they keep it kind of secret still, the plots and stuff, but they also like to know a little more because they don't. When they go to the movies, they make it an event. Like they take their families and everything. They love
but Star Wars is not popular there, though.
Really?
You know, it depends
not
on the
like
people.
here.
She knows a lot that actually love it. But
they're not.
She has a whole bunch of them that she knows.
They're definitely not as big as it is here. Definitely not.
No, it's bigger over here, but she said she knows quite a few that are like okay with it.
Okay with it.
Yeah, that's how they said they. I'm not talking about Star Wars in general. They just like to know what they're going to go see ahead of time.
They had to change. They had to take Star Wars name out of Han Solo, thinking that it would do better in China because they hate the name Star Wars. They couldn't even have it in the damn title. So they called him like Rogue,
because they don't like the whole the
Rogue Ranger or whatever they called him.
The action, the fighting, and things like that. So yeah.
Well, it's not
they don't like
that,
the rebellion.
It's not just that. It's the old school
things,
Reagan.
I know.
I got Star Wars. Gonna blow your ass up if you go. You know, yeah. People don't forget that.
They're
no, you know, it's like
I forgot about that.
Yeah, straightforward.
You know,
their promotion of
he basically said anybody, I'll blow you out. Like, you know, and the countries don't forget. Not really. So yeah, don't have a movie called Star Wars in another podcast, right?
You remember what Ray? Go ahead.
She watches the promotion and she's like, she knows if she wants to see it because they give her more information about a movie, and so she knows if she wants to go see it. She's the type, she doesn't want to waste her money. And so she always wants to know or like look at their promotion, and their promotion is always good enough for her, and she knows what she's going to end up liking before she goes see it.
We got a minute left.
She is. So,
at least we're going to have the Space Force now.
And she loves that. Yes. So it's like, it's a good thing if you want to know how a movie's going to do, check their promotion, how they're promoting it overseas, over in China.
Well, I called it about the Ant-Man and the Wasp. I said, wait, it's coming out a month late, but they're going to beat Ant-Man, and I was right about that one. Not right about Ghostbusters 2016. All right, guys, we're out of here. It's been fun. Thank you guys very much, and take care. Bye for now.